good people? If you don't already know, I'm T, and I welcome you back to my favorite space. Today I got 3 adorable, delicious, succulent recipes, all made with the zucchini. Somebody gave me a boatload of zucchini, and I'm gonna make 3 delicious recipes. A savory waffle, a sauté with onions and mushrooms and garlic, and last but not least, a muffin with chocolate chips and nuts. Now some might say, how in the heck is that a diet? Well, it all depends upon you and how much you eat of it, okay? First, let me start off by preparing or prepping all the zucchini that I need. Okay, make sure your zucchini is properly washed and dried. I need about 5 cups of shredded zucchini. So I'm taking my handy dandy shredder and I'm shredding my zucchini. Now some might take the peel off, but I like to leave it on. Not only is it colorful, but it's even a little bit more nutritious. So since I need 5 cups, I'm shredding more. Right here I have a mandolin. It's an inexpensive mandolin with a very sharp blade that gives you slices of this zucchini as thin or as thick as you want it. So right now I'm slicing it. Now this is a machine that you definitely have to watch your fingers on because that blade is extremely sharp. Now the ribbons of zucchini is going to be used for the sauté. So I think that's about enough. So right now I'm making my muffins so they can bake in the oven. So I'm whipping about 3 eggs. I have a cup of oil that I'm blending with my eggs. Because you want, when you make a muffin, you don't want to beat or stir it too long because it makes a tougher muffin. It's like a cake, right? So to the oil and the eggs, I'm adding 3 cups of shredded zucchini. And I'm going to stir that up. To this, I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar. Now that's a lot of sugar. But if you're eating 1 muffin, it's okay. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 3 cups of flour. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then I'm just going to fold it in. And I'm putting in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. If you have nutmeg, I didn't have any, you could put a teaspoon of nutmeg in it. It just elevates the flavor even more. So like I said, you don't want to mix it a lot. You just want to incorporate the ingredients. So I'm adding a cup of chocolate chips. You could use more, you could use less, or you can just eliminate them altogether. Now, right now, I'm separating the mixture because I want to put pecans in some and walnuts in the other. All right. So I toasted my nuts because the toast, when you toast your nuts, it brings out the flavor, the oils and the natural flavors of the nut. So I'm taking just a regular ice cream scoop and giving it a nice hearty scoop in each of my cups. Now this is a large muffin pan. You could use a smaller muffin pan. and you would use maybe a half a scoop of this mixture. I'm putting just a little bit more because I think I wanted to. So I saved some chocolate chips for the top. You'll see when they come out of the oven how putting chocolate chips on the top kind of enhances the look of them. So here they are out of the oven. They have to bake at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. But depending upon your oven, you be the judge. Now you know I'm not going anywhere until I taste it. So moist, so flavorful. I'm in love. I'm savoring the flavor. Moving right along to the cheddar and zucchini waffle. I'm putting in 2 cups of shredded zucchini, a 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese. I shredded some Parmesan cheese, about 2 tablespoons. That's going to give it a little, what should I say? It's going to enhance the flavor. I can't think of the word that I want to use. Anyway, I put in a 1/4 cup of flour, 2 well-beaten eggs. I'm going to put in a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Stir, and there you have it. Now I'm going to butter the bottom of my waffle iron. And I'm going to use probably about 4 scoops of mixture. And this mixture is going to bake in the waffle iron for about 5 minutes. I haven't used it in a while, so I'm kind of new to how it works. With my savory waffle, I decided that I'm going to make some ranch dressing. So I'm using a 1/4 cup of mayo, a 1/4 cup of sour cream, a 1/4 cup of buttermilk, about 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon. Just squeeze it right on in the bowl. I got some chives. I tell you, good people, if you like herbs, use them fresh. I mean, it really elevates the flavor in whatever it is that you're making. You can really taste the difference. So here's some fresh parsley that I'm chopping up, and I'm putting that in the wet mixtures. Now I have my green onion that I'm also chopping up very smooth. I mean, not smooth, but small. And I'm putting that in the mixture as well. Now that's totally optional. So I'm cracking pepper, little bit of salt I put in, and you didn't see me put in the garlic. Now I'm stirring my onion. Taste time. Look at me. You tell me, do I like it? You haven't had ranch dressing until you tried your own. Oh! I'm closing the lid and turning it over and see if this one turns out any better. Ooh. Well, do you think I didn't? It came out like that. I chose to show you, good people, that everything I make does not come out perfect, but it doesn't stop me from eating it. Look at me. It still tastes good. This is the sauté I was telling you about. Little bit of butter in the pan, and don't forget to add your oil. That's olive oil. It helps to keep the butter from burning. Butter is for flavor. The oil is for flavor. Now I put some mushrooms in there. I put some red peppers. I'm shredding some garlic, little pepper, little salt. Now I'm putting in those zucchini ribbons that I shredded. Remember those? And I'm just going to toss them around until they become a little limp, which is going to take probably about 2 to 3 minutes. I squeeze a little bit of lemon oil. I mean, not lemon oil, but fresh lemon juice. Now, see, that didn't take long at all. The thinner you make them, the quicker they cook. Remember that. You don't want to cook them too long. You want to keep them like on the al dente side because they'll get really soggy, and I doubt if you'll enjoy it as much. So I'm putting some red peppers and the onions and the mushrooms. I wish I had more vegetables in my refrigerator because I would have used them. So right now, I'm just going to shred a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top. And now, it wouldn't be right unless I tasted it. Okay, try to get it on your spoon or your fork, Teresa. Put a little mushroom on there because it's all about the perfect bite. Yum. Delicious. Hula hoop time. Now I'm out here in the middle of the day and it has to be at least 115 degrees. The sun is weighing me down. If I come back up here to my second favorite space, I'm going to have to make sure that it is cool and early in the morning because I tell you, my rhythm was off. It was hard for me to just get my groove on, so to speak. It's hot out here, y'all. But I'm doing it any old way. Why? Because my 75-pound weight loss journey continues. And I know if I eat right, the new sexy is being healthy, baby.